How do I think that speech went?
How do you think the speech went?
I've heard it before.
Yeah.
And I think he gave a lot of the same comments last year. We had to do something about alternative fuels, but nothing ever happens. The No Child Left Behind needs something to be done to it, but nothing ever happens. The surge, he said, has worked really well, but we have no reason to go home. I would think the one thing that was left unsaid in there tonight that really concerns me is what they have continuously done under his leadership, and that is not abide by the law. And what he said about earmarks, for example, he, without a whimper, signed $29 billion worth of them last year. We cut it in half to $14 billion this year, and he's carrying on about it. At the same time that we know $10 billion is missing in Iraq through Halliburton, and that doesn't seem to trouble them at all. So it's like falling down the rabbit hole. I feel like Alice in Wonderland. I can believe 10 impossible things before breakfast if I want to buy that speech.
Staying with earmarks for a minute, the president is going to issue this executive order on earmarks, limiting earmarks in the 2009 budget bills. What can Congress do to counter that?
Well, what he said was he would pay no attention to the report language. He can't do that. Now, I'm in a battle right now with the Department of Homeland Security doing what they can't do because of law. We've got the Department of Transportation letting Mexican trucks in uninspected, even though the law said they couldn't. So this entire administration is riddled with, we don't care what laws you pass up there, we're going to do what we please. We've got serious cleanup to do, and not the least of it is to try to whittle down that deficit that he's leaving us with.
Specifically on legislation on the economic stimulus plan, which is coming up on the House floor tomorrow. Makes it through your committee without any...
It didn't actually go to my committee today. It's on suspension calendar,
so
but we did put a same-day resolution in so we could take it up to rules if we need to.
How can a piece like that, a package like that, be put together with apparent bipartisan support? What do you think is missing that other pieces of legislation in the president's agenda, both this year and years past, he hasn't been able to forge that bipartisan
He's never tried before.
Specifically, what do you mean?
Oh, many times. You know, just recently he vetoed the Department of Defense authorization bill, which had a bonus in it for our veterans and other really great things for them, and yet we come in and we hear the speech and it's how much can we do for the veterans. It's the inconsistency of it that is so troubling. The fact that you really don't know from one moment to the next. They say it with such conviction as though it's absolutely true. When you know it isn't, it's very disconcerting.
Congresswoman Slaughter, thank you for joining us.